Hello friends, Itza with Itza Thoughts here, and today we're going to be working on some finishing touches on the dress form that we did. This is going to be part 3, uh, and I'll go over this with you in just a second. And I just wanted to share with you guys 2 little projects I just finished making, and I am so happy with the way they came out, and I just had to share it with you guys. Anyhow, let me show you what I have done. This is a altered domino. An altered domino that I just finished making. It's a little fairy with a little cluster of flowers. Put some lace here with some of these gold pearls, and that's the back of the domino. You can hang it. That's one project. And the second project is this little house I created for a swap. And this is what it is. The skirt here is made out of what is this? The fabric softening dryer sheets. That's what that is. And here she is, and she's having a conversation with this picture here. And there's a frame on all sides. And it has some little feet, so it stands. And the roof comes off because this little light turns on. And it comes right back on. And there's a little light there. Sorry about that. Ah! Sorry about that. Only live. Anyhow, the light here comes on. These are the faces on the side. And label. Yeah, I'm fine. The thing I have my my camera on tilted because I took my iPod off of it. I dangled some beads. And this is the roof. You can see through it. There's some lace there. I'll show you the bottom. It's the bottom of the roof, which goes on like so. Anyhow, I just wanted to share this little project. I'm so happy with how it came out that I had to share. Let me put that aside. Get my little domino put aside. Okay, so back to why we're here. Okay, so on part two, we had just finished collaging the top area here and the bottom area here on the mannequin. And the only thing that I did that I did not record was I mummified her completely in tape. So that's the only thing that I have done to this. It was very hard not to work on it during the weekend. I kept touching it and trying to work on it, and I didn't have time to make a video if I did. So oh, and I added the knob here. This is just a doorknob, a drawer knob that I purchased a while back, and I just kind of cut a hole there, kind of punched a hole there with my paper puncher. And once I'm done gluing and collaging the printed paper on it, then I'll stick this back on like this permanently with some E6000 glue, I believe. But that's the only thing I did. Just wanted to show you guys. This is what it looks after you've completely mummified your dress form with your tape. And if there's like some area, some pieces of tape that are lifting, just dab a little bit of glue on it and make sure that they don't, you know, curl up or stick up or anything. That's what I did. So this is what she looks like. So far, this is what she looks like. And this is the stand that I'm going to be putting it on. This one. This is just from the dollar store. Very cheap. I think most of the stuff here that I use to make her is from the dollar store. But this is for candles, and all I'm going to do is glue her down with some E600 here. 6000, and glue it down to the bottom here, where coincidentally it's a perfect match, perfectly matches the width of the dress form. And this is how she's gonna stand, like this, once everything is done, glued and decorated and everything. And I'm also gonna alter the candle holder, and it's very neat to make it look like it's metal when it's glass. So today what we're gonna do is we are going to let's take this off. We are going to put some gesso over the whole entire thing. See, I have some curlies over here that I didn't catch, so I'm just gonna get some hot glue and just push it down. So we're gonna cover it with gesso, the whole thing, and then we're gonna collage this printed tissue paper that we did on part 2. I'm gonna collage it onto the dress form, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna use like a lot of the flowers, but I am gonna use a lot of the music notes here in the background. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna adhere the tissue paper to this as the first layer of, I guess, any visible images on our dress form. And once that's done, I'm gonna use this glue that I always use, and I cannot strongly emphasize what a good glue this is. This is from Basics Gloss Gel Medium. This is fabulous to Mod Podge, to use as a sealer, for texture, for all kinds of stuff. This is fabulous. I'm going to be using this glue to adhere the tissue paper to the dress form, and it's also going to at the same time going to seal it in. And that's when that dries, that's when like the real fun can starts, I guess, because you can at that point start adding your paints, your colors. Mine is going to be a steampunk dress form, so I will be using vinyl, maybe some tulle, some flowers, some chains and metal and stuff like that on her. But that's going to be something for another day. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a tutorial on how I created the outfit she's going to wear or not. I guess we have to play it by ear and see. So first things first, we're going to apply gesso. Now this is the gesso I use is from Liquitex. I buy the big bottle, and I just, when I use it, I pour it in this little bottle at a time. So that's why there is no label here, but it's from Liquitex. And you're gonna need your gesso, you're gonna need a paintbrush, you're gonna need your gel medium or your Mod Podge or any type of clear drying adhesive, and you're gonna need your printed or stamped tissue paper. You might need some water to water some of the glue down a little bit because it's thick, and you will need a heat tool. So these are the stuff that we are going to need. Oh, you can hear me. Let me see. I don't know why you can't hear me. Okay, let's see if you can hear me now. So let's get started. I forgot to put a protective surface on the bottom here. So I have a piece of cardboard here that I can use. Okay. So let us begin. I'll try to speak up a little louder also. So I have my gesso, and I have a cup of water just in case. And oh, I forgot my paper towel. You always should have a paper towel handy. Okay, here's my paper towel. So I'm going to start putting gesso all over the entire thing. Still have little curlies over here. Okay, I hope that's enough gesso. And we're applying gesso because we're gonna be, you know, it's a must step, I believe, because you're gonna be applying paint, sprays, and all kinds of stuff to it. So you want it to be able to hold up and take in the color properly. So it's always recommended for mixed media that you always start off your projects with a basic layer of gesso. Be ready to get your hands dirty, ladies, because I always tend to get my hands dirty, whether I intentionally try to do it on purpose or try to be super careful. It doesn't matter. My hands always get dirty. The masking tape layers that I put also work as a background texture. Make sure you get all sides, the front, the back. Okay. I'm really happy with the way it's turning out. Okay, I think I'm about done with the gesso. And I still have to do the bottom, but I want to heat set some of it. And see, look at my hands, dirty hands. Let me finish the bottom part. Okay, so I can rinse my paintbrush off. Okay, that's dry, sort of. Okay, now I don't think I have to cover the whole entire dress form with tissue paper. The only main areas that I'm going to focus on covering would be the top portion here, maybe half portion here, and the sides, and the back, maybe, yeah, the back. But from the waist down, I don't think there's any need for me to put any tissue paper because it's going to be covered with fabric, the whole thing. And I'll also put it on the bottom here, bottom portion. So I printed 3 sheets out for my printer. Printed 3 sheets out, and I think that's more than enough for me. So I'm just gonna tear it. When you're collaging, I would recommend you more using torn paper rather than straight edge paper that you've cut with your scissors. And the only reason is because it helps the paper blend in better, and it eliminates those heavy creases or heavy paper lines that sometimes you might not want. So torn paper is always the best bet for collaging, especially if it's like really thick cardstock paper. That leaves a really heavy edge on the paper. I'm going to use 2. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. So the next step is you need your gel medium or your clear drying adhesive. I'm just going to use the wet brush to help me thin out the glue. So I will put some glue here. Don't be afraid to use your fingers to smoothen out the paper and get rid of some of those air bubbles. Hi, how's it going? Hi Shirley, how's it going? Did you get my email? Hi, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Just trying to finish my dress from here so I can start making a dress for her. Oh, Stephanie. Sorry. Hi, Stephanie. Little curve here is hard. Okay. Oh, really? Thank you. You're so sweet. I'm glad you enjoy my projects. Sorry if I take a while to reply to you. It's just that there's a lag between between what you're seeing and when I'm saying it. I think she's almost done. I'm almost done. To water it down a little bit. So that's what she's looking like so far. There's a lot of texture going on there. I don't know if the camera captures it. There is a lot of texture. I think that's the only portion that I'm gonna put my tissue paper on, because she's gonna be wearing a dress. Okay, that's the last part of the top. I'm just gonna put some on the bottom here. Okay, so we're done with that. I want to add some gel medium to the rest of her, just as a protective sealant to make sure that everything stays stuck down where it belongs. And then I'll let it dry. So basically, once you add your tissue paper, she's done. She's ready to alter, ready to paint, ready to dress up in a beautiful dress. Or sometimes it's not even needed if the tissue paper that you put you can put it all around the whole thing and use that by itself. There's really no need to make any clothing or any dress or anything like that for them. So I'm just gonna go wash my hands and I'll be right back. Okay, so sorry about that. I had to wash my hands. And I guess that's the only thing I can really show you guys on the dress form, because from here there's a whole lot of different things that you guys can do to your dress forms. I'm still kind of working her dress out in my head. I'm not 100% sure. And I'm not going to sew, that's for sure. So my hot glue gun is going to be my thread and needle to make her dress. My sewing machine is all packed up. You're excited, huh? She's starting to look like she's store-bought. I'm serious, guys. 3 of them, wow. You were fast. That's the hardest part, waiting for them to dry. Oh my god, that's the hardest thing for me to wait. It was so hard for me not to work on this over the weekend. That's crazy. Still feels kind of sticky. But so far she's looking good. Right, and she's big. Look at, she is really big. I just added the little doorknob here. The doorknob, punched a hole with my paper punch. So this is what she's looking like. Well, mine is looking like so far. I put paper on the bottom also. And when she's all done, I'm going to use this as a base. She fits perfectly. So the next step after this is basically all just optional. But I do highly recommend putting a layer of gesso and putting a layer of tissue paper, whether it's printed or regular white tissue paper or any kind of tissue paper. I highly recommend it, so that you permanently seal and make sure that the tape that you used on your dress form is flat and doesn't lift up or anything with time. And highly recommend putting a top coat once the tissue paper is done, putting a coat of multi-medium gel to basically seal everything and keep it all together and give it, you know, a little shine. If you like the shiny stuff, I do. I could so easily just finish covering her with tissue paper and leave her like that, because she looks just beautiful just with the parts that I've collaged on her so far. It looks beautiful. So I'm gonna be doing a steampunk type of thing. I'm thinking maybe like a garter belt or something here on her waist, with like maybe some tulle skirt, like a fluffy tulle skirt or something. Oh, and I'm gonna be using these fabulous wings that I got, that I've been dying to use, and coincidentally she just happened to be the right size for me to use them on her. These are the wings that I will be using on her. Let me show you. Look at that. They are textured. It feels like paper. These are the wings I'm going to be using on her. And I purchased these at a store, online store called Retro Cafe Art Designs is what it's called. Retro Cafe Art Designs. And you can find them on Facebook, and you can just, I guess, Google that and it'll give you a link to their website. But that's where I purchased these wings, and they are perfect for her. Look at it. just to show you how fabulous is she gonna look. Look at that. Perfect. She is gonna look just awesome. I'm gonna try my best to make her look fabulous. So I'm gonna be using these wings for sure. What else? I'm gonna be using vinyl. This is a piece of vinyl that my husband brought home one day, and I'm gonna probably be using some tacks. These I purchased 300 of these at the dollar store. So I'm gonna be using some of these. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use both gold and silver or just one, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna be using that. And I have some tulle here that I've had for a long time. I think these I bought at Walmart, I think, or Michael's. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I've had these for a long time. I'm going to be using that, and I might have to use my crocodile and this tinier punch here that I have. Of course, I have a sheet of bling here. I might be using flowers. I'm not sure right now if I'm going to use it or not, but I have them just in case. I have some lace, and I brought some feathers and some trims and stuff like that. So I have trims that I brought. I have this white ribbon here that I can paint to match whatever kind of dress I'm going to give her. Seam binding. I also brought some feathers and vintage lace and stuff like that, but I'm not taking it all out right now because I still want to add some color to her. This is just some of the stuff that you can possibly use. The possibilities are endless, and it all depends on the style that you want to give your little dress form here. So as far as color is, I'm gonna probably be adding giving her like this is a metallic bronze, and this is a Lumiere paint. So I'll probably be using this color with some gold, and this is true gold again from Lumiere. It doesn't focus. And of course, can never finish a project without using some Lindy sprays. And I have quite a few here that I might use. This one is Screaming Banshee Black, Frolic in the Forest Black, and Toto's Tornado Black. I also brought Winter Jasmine Gold and Blazing Sun. I like this one so much. It just gives everything a tint of gold. And this one, Rizzo's Ruby Red. So those are some of the sprays I might use. And I love using glitter on just about everything. And this is from Deco Art. This is Glamour Dust. It's really awesome glitter. You guys excuse me for a second. Okay, so like I was saying, I'm sorry about that. This is gold glitz. Jeez.
Todavía estamos en el proceso de cambiarnos. Ya todavía no está en la planta. Yo creo que sería mejor si usted llama a su celular, ahí él le puede hablar con usted. Regresa a la oficina el jueves. Sí, mucho. No, ahorita no sé porque como estamos abriendo la tienda nueva, pero no sé. 818 335 818 335 5091.
Okay, sorry about that. Yes, I'm recording this. It's going to be recorded and uploaded to YouTube and uploaded onto Facebook also. I don't know who's crank calling here. And uploaded on Facebook, on YouTube, and it'll be on here also. Yes, I do have part 1 and part 2 where they're both recorded and they're both uploaded to YouTube, where it's start to finish. So now I'm just gonna try to add some color to it, maybe like a wash type of color. I don't want it to be too bright because I don't want to lose some of the image background. Get a wet brush onto the, I like to use the lid as a little palette and lightly just color it on. I like to use my hands. To give her some color, some interest. And I'm going to paint the rest of her just very fast. It doesn't have to be perfect. In case any part of her peeks out, I want to make sure that it's all covered. So I'm just gonna lightly paint this part real quick. Doesn't, I'm not even gonna make sure it's perfect. Just randomly, just trying to cover as much area as possible really quick. So I just lightly painted the rest of her. I have to heat set it.
Just from your niece. Just an email from your niece. Yeah, she just wants to talk to you about her coming to live here and stuff. That's funny. Yeah, so you have to verification code. No, I was right now that's not allowed to see There's no wrong with the suits getting right here, that's no wrong with the suits getting.
Sorry about that. My boss keeps calling me. He's getting ready to fly back and he's just weird. Anyhow, this is what she looks like. I like the way she looks, even just like this. Just gonna try to spray some dark shades into her. Oh, I like the way that looks. This is Frolic in the Forest Black. That's what that is. I'm loving the way she's looking. Forgot to spray this side. Hi. Oh, first time doing newsroom, huh? Wow. Welcome. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, wow. I like the way she looks. Look at her. Just with one layer of paint and one color of Lindy Stem Gang sprays. That's basically all it took to distress her and make her look like this. Now it's really starting to look steampunkish. So I was thinking that I'm gonna use some lace for her top. This is the lace I'm gonna use. Now please don't ask me where I purchased this because I don't know. My boss brings me stuff from overseas sometimes and I don't know where he gets it, but this is what I'm thinking of doing, like this. What do you guys think? Maybe do a top like that, and then with the vinyl, maybe give her like something like that. Not this part, just the top part, like that. So it looks kind of like a, what do you call those? It's not a garter belt, like one of those bustiers. Maybe put some straps on with chain or something, and then take a whole bunch of tulle and scrunch it up in several layers to give her like a type of ballerina skirt, sort of. Might not use the brown one after all. Might go with the red. Oh, from the craft hoe. Oh, I see. Are you enjoying yourself so far? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the red. My husband was trying to convince me to, instead of giving her the angel wings, to give her bat wings. Like some old, you know, really grungy wings. because she's steampunk. But I really want to use those wings. I don't know. It's a thought. Oh yes, I'm going to be using a lot of chain on her, and I have a lot. I brought a lot of beads and metal charms and stuff like that that I'm going to use on her. Just trying to see how much of this I'm going to need. Makes it a little hard sometimes because of the shape. So my hot glue gun is always at a ready. And if you guys haven't seen my videos before, you know the story on my hot glue gun. It's very old, very trustworthy, and I've had it for a long time. I've had this hot glue gun for about, I don't know, 9-10 years already. And I have a new one at home. I have actually two new ones at home. But I don't know. I still come back to this one all the time. Yeah, I can probably do another one later with the bat wings. It sounds like a probable situation. Let's see how to adjust it here. Probably put a little pleat. I have a feeling I'm gonna go nuts with these dress forms like I did with the altered juice carton thing. I just couldn't help myself, especially with the altered CDs. Oh my goodness, that was just idea after idea after idea, and I couldn't stop. I have a feeling that's exactly what is to be expected with these dress forms. It's so weird talking about Halloween when we're like in summer. And you go to the stores and they already have stuff for sale. It's like, oh my god, when did we skip Thanksgiving and all these other No, this one didn't come out right. Okay, there it is right there. So there's the first part. She's a little sassy. She's showing a lot of cleavage. Okay, how to do this? I think it's best if I just oh man, I didn't bring my pattern. I have to print another one out. Sorry guys, I totally forgot to bring my original one that I used. So I have to cut out another one so I can use it as a template to cut my fabric. Okay. So I want it to be, I guess it's gonna come like from here to here. That's how wide I want the strip. So just going to Okay, so you need to cut another strip like this. It's like everybody wants to talk to me today. I swear. No, this is cut. So these two pieces of vinyl are gonna go like this. One's gonna go here, like so, and the other one is gonna go like so, like this. I think I'm gonna here I'm gonna leave a gap like this, and I'm gonna string it with some wire, I think. So I'm gonna punch some holes on here. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna punch 3 holes with my hole puncher, my crocodile. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, it's gonna be laced up from all over the place. I think it's gonna be laced up from the front. Maybe like a, probably put like a zipper, glue a zipper pull on the front here. On the front, put a zipper, glue a zipper on here, and lace it from the sides. Lace it from the sides and lace it from the back. So let me just mark where I just punched. You're gonna go like this. Cut one. And I'm gonna lace them up first, which is gonna be a little bit tricky. Let me bring out the tools. And some chain. Got some beads. Okay, I got some trinkets and charms and stuff in here. Just want to make sure I brought a zipper pull. Wire. Okay. See here. I like to mix my metals, so I think I'm going to make some different colors. I have to take a short break in a few minutes. I have a UPS driver that has to come and pick up some stuff. So he won't come till 4. Before I do that, I want to just go over the edge of my fabric with the permanent marker. So I don't like that white poking out there. I'm just going over the edge. Now I'm using these eyelets here because when I string when I lace up my doll here, I don't want it to rip through the vinyl. So this also helps protect it from ripping through the hole punch. And it gives a really interesting look. I'm using this one very large. Okay, so here's the first one, and this is what it's looking like. And it's gonna go across here. Like so. To do the other one. At first I was so intimidated with steampunk because I didn't really think I can create stuff that were representative of that type of art. But once I got started, oh man, I love it. You guys have any questions, any comments or anything? So this is the back part. Now I'm gonna do some stuff to the fabric too. I'm not just gonna leave it plain like this. It's not in my nature to leave it, things the way they are. Let's see. One, three, four. Okay guys, I'm gonna have to take a quick break. My UPS driver's here, so I'll be back in a few minutes. You too, thank you. Okay. I think I'm just gonna finish this and I'm gonna call it a day. I'll work on the rest at home and then post pictures so you all can see the finished item. I really hope you girls share your dress form with me and show me what you've created. Not sure if I should lace it up with wire or with seam binding. Not sure yet. What do you guys think? You think I should use seam binding or wire? Got some seam binding here. I think seam binding is going to be a lot easier to play with. This is artistic wire. This one is a 20 gauge wire that I'm using here. And I really hope it fits because I'm just going to try to create some kind of needle that I can use to loop the seam binding into the small little holes of the eyelets I just set. Just trying to make a needle. I could thread it through. Let's see if it goes through. It's too thick. Won't go through. My wire's too thick. I'm gonna have to go old school here. Get a piece of tape. Let's see if the piece of tape works better. Please go through. It's too thick. I don't think the seam binding is gonna go through. I'm just gonna use the wire. The seam binding's not going through. I'll use bigger eyelets on the back, and I'll put the seam binding in the back, and I'll lace the sides up with wire. I think that's what I'm gonna do. The wire is very pliable, so I don't think we'll have a problem with it. I'm just kind of doing it like a shoelace, crisscrossing it the way you would crisscross your shoelace. like the way that looks. Oh yeah, I like the way that looks. Just gonna leave this like this for right now in case I need to tighten it up a little bit once it's on my doll. See how that looks? Oh yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. As a matter of fact. So there's one side down. The gauge wire is a 20 gauge art wire. Yeah, 20 gauge. So I'm gonna the back part is the part that's going to get laced in the back. So I'm going to cut the back part in half. And I'm going to lace the other side. This is a good gauge wire, 20 gauge, because it's very pliable. It's very easy to manipulate. The lower gauge you go, the thicker and stiffer the wire is. Always remember that. So the higher in gauge number you go, the more pliable and the wire is going to be. So always keep that in mind when you're working with wire. And I like buying the wire on spools like that one because you can use it as long or as short as you need it. You can use it to make eye pins, and stuff like that, for jewelry and bangles and stuff like that. Which I will be using because I bought some charms and stuff that I want to use on her. Okay, so far this is what it looks like this. So now it's gonna go like this. You see how that looks? I think I might lace up the front so that it doesn't look as pocket-like here. Looks like a pocket. I like the way that looks. But before I put this part, I should create the skirt that I'm going to use for this this dress form. And this skirt I'm going to make out of tulle. So I have a spool of tulle here that I'm going to use. This one here. Now I'm going to need several, it's going to be several layers of it, so. You need to bring out your needle and thread for this, people. The length seems to be perfect length. So I'm gonna bring my needle and thread for this. I should probably put these away so I don't lose them. And I'll just stick them in this little baggie here. Yeah. I'm not going to be using these things right now. Just move them aside. Okay, my thread. Here's my needle, my thread. And it's not going to be any fancy stitching. It's just going to be a run-on thread, run-on stitch. And that's to pleat up the little ruffly skirt here that we're going to give our doll here. And I know I have a bunch of needles here. Here we are. You make jewelry? I would love to see some of your jewelry. I make jewelry too. That's how I first started into crafts. I started with jewelry. And then I moved on to scrapbooking. And from scrapbooking, I went to making my own mini books. And from there, I discovered mixed media, and that's where I've been. During the winter, I like to crochet. I make blankets and stuff. So I'm a crafty girl. I like crafting all year round. I try to craft at least something every day. It helps me relax and unwind from the day-to-day activities that you do on a daily basis. But I love to craft. Whenever I have spare time, you'll always find me in my craft room. Okay, so I'm gonna layer it up in a couple of layers. Just gonna kind of eyeball it. 3. Probably gonna do 6 layers, and let's see how that works. Okay. So let's see here. Okay. I got 6 layers of tulle. I cut 6 strands, all the same size, and I'm gonna pile them on one on top of the other and run my running stitch through the whole thing, through one side, and gather it up. Oh, okay. I'll stop by and I'll check it out. Yeah, you can see some of my jewelry on my Facebook page. Put a couple of stuff there. I've been crafting for a very long time, so you'll see a little bit of everything there. Right now I'm just trying to pile my tulle on top of each other very carefully because it gets all stuck to each other. I've been crafting for about 10, maybe 10 to 12 years already. It's been a while. I've been doing this for a long time. Okay, so here are my 6 layers piled on, one on top of another. I have to find a way to keep them all together because I'm going to do a running stitch through all of them all at once. So here it goes. I'm just going to fold the edge of this for a little bit. Fold it in. Oh, I love shrinky dinks. I love those. Takes me back to way back. I have some at home. I've been just hoarding it away, just waiting for the perfect project to come and bring them out of my box. I love shrinky dinks. They're fun to make charms, and kids love that. They get super excited when they see it shrinking in the oven or when you use your heat gun. I'm just running a running stitch here. No fancy stitching here, and it's not even going to be in a straight line, to be quite honest with you guys. It's okay if you have some excess here on the top because it's going to get trimmed down. I'm going to trim the bottom part also like in a V shape in a little bit once I'm done. I think I'll just stay on for another 40 minutes. Then I have to go. Oh, that's a neat idea. Yeah, I don't, right now I'm in the process of moving, so my husband put me on a really strict budget. So we have to save up to move. And I'm just crafting with what I have, really. And I like recycling a lot of items. And that's how I get, the bases for my stuff, because I like to upcycle stuff. Like the little bird houses and the little houses I've been making, they're from recycled juice cartons. So let's have a look. That's how she's starting to look. Ooh, I like it. I love the way it's coming out. Look at that. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. I like it. It's gonna have a chain here, some chain hanging with some charms. And I'm really glad I painted the bottom part. So this is roughly what she's gonna look like, and it's gonna have a zipper, maybe a zipper pull here. If not, then it's gonna be laced here also. And I'm gonna alter the stand to match. Give her some jewelry up here. But basically, look at that. Wow, I like the way it's starting to look. I really like it. Still thinking about the bat wings my husband suggested. If I use the angel wings, I might make another one, a shabby chic one, so that I can use those angel wings. I've been hoarding those away and wanting to use those for the longest time. I have to see if I can draw me some wings first. Draw myself some wings first. And if I could, then I'll see. I'll consider it. Make it look like Gothic-like. My tool got all messed up. Oh no! Hey. One layer out of place and it all messes up. Okay, back on track. I thought this running stitch thing would be a lot faster, but it seems to be taking me a little longer than I was expecting. I might burn the edges of the tool on each layer just to give it an added texture. I'm not sure yet. Okay, almost done here. I hope I have enough to go all the way around. I'm barely gonna have enough. It's like I measured it. Amazing. Alright, finally done. Look at her. Wow, her dress looks so cute. What do you guys think, huh? I like it. Okay guys, this is where I'm gonna leave it here, and I will post pictures of the finished product later on. If not tonight, then tomorrow I'll definitely have pictures of the finished product. I should be done with her by then. And this is what she looks like without much. And I think she looks good just the way she is here. But just really quick, I want to show you how to alter your, this is glass, so your best bet to altering it is covering the entire thing with gesso. You cover the entire surface with gesso. And I did the exact same technique for my little bird cage that I have, this steampunk bird cage made out of a juice carton. That's this. It's the same technique that I used to alter that one. It's the same like this one. Just cover it, the whole thing, with gesso, and then you can go ahead and add the paint like you normally would. And the gesso helps the paint stick to the glass, or you can purchase glass paint and paint it with glass paint, but I don't have that. I don't have any glass paint, so this is gonna have to do. Or if you have alcohol inks, you can also definitely do it with alcohol inks. So as you can see, it's not perfect. It's just, you know, I tried covering as much as I can. And always make sure that you heat set everything. This is the last thing that you're gonna glue to your dress form, this band. Unless you're giving your dress form like a really long dress or something, then yeah, you glue this first. But I'm not giving her a long dress. Probably put some flowers here at the bottom, like a little statement or something, or maybe just a date. Okay, so I'm gonna get just regular black acrylic paint. And then just like so, paint the whole thing black. Don't forget the rim of the base. I might just hot glue some pearls or something on there, but right now, since it's not decided, I'm just gonna go ahead and cover the whole thing. Okay. And then I like to use this. This is one of those plastic, as I guess, zip ties. These. I like to use these as a form of paintbrush to randomly just, I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to get again my bronze Lumiere paint that I used to color the dress form, and just randomly. And this way I like it because it doesn't necessarily cover the entire surface. It just catches the raised parts like so. You see how fast and how easy it was to make this look distressed and old and vintagey. I like using everyday objects, ordinary objects, to craft, to create different effects. And this one is one of my favorite techniques. And my doll is going to go on top like so. So when I'm ready to glue it down, that's what it's going to look like. Now I'm going to randomly just maybe add some crackle paint to it, just to get the acrylic paint crackling. And again, I'm not going to use a paintbrush. I'm going to use the same zip tie that I did to add the bronze. The same thing. And I like to use Deco Art crackle paint. It's fabulous. And it's inexpensive. It's like $2 or $3 at Michael's for a little bottle. And that's it. That's how you alter those 99-cent candle holders, the glass ones. I got the bottom too. There you have it, guys. That's where I'm gonna leave you guys. And thank you for sticking along and crafting along with me. And if you guys have any questions or any comments, please feel free to leave your comments and your messages on here on Ustream, or you can always find me on YouTube or on Facebook. I'm also on Pinterest, so this video is going to be linked up to all of my social medias, so it should be easy for you guys to come back and use it as a reference later on. Thank you for sticking by, and I really hope that you guys share your projects with me. I would love to see all the fun stuff that you guys create from the tad bit things here that I show you guys. And at the beginning of the show, let me just put